Imagine a world bathed in sunshine, a utopia where everyone lives happily ever after, like a perfectly scripted superhero movie. No villains, no natural disasters, just endless peace and prosperity. Now, picture the stark opposite: a world ravaged by earthquakes, floods, and wars. This dramatic contrast lies at the heart of the problem of evil, a philosophical puzzle that's been around longer than even the coolest superheroes. Basically, the question goes like this: if there's a super powerful, all-knowing, and super good being like some kind of ultimate good guy, think a being with all the powers of Captain America, Superman, and Wonder Woman rolled into one, then why is there so much suffering in the world? It seems like a pretty glaring contradiction, right? Here's the breakdown of the seeming inconsistencies. Super powerful, omnipotent. If this ultimate good guy can literally do anything, wouldn't they just snap their cosmic fingers and eliminate suffering altogether? Like, poof, pain is gone. Imagine Superman encountering a burning building and just letting it burn because he can't use his powers to extinguish the flames. It wouldn't make much sense, would it? All-knowing, omniscient. If this being knows everything, wouldn't they see suffering coming a mile away and take steps to stop it? You wouldn't expect Superman to be caught off guard by Lex Luthor, would you? Imagine a scenario where a villain like Thanos is about to snap his fingers and wipe out half of all life, and the ultimate good guy just watches it happen because they knew it was going to occur. It seems like a pretty passive approach for a superhero, right? Super good, omnibenevolent. If this ultimate good guy is all about kindness and justice, wouldn't they actively want to stop suffering? It's like seeing someone getting mugged and just walking on by. Not exactly heroic, right? Imagine Captain America witnessing a crime and choosing not to intervene because it's part of someone's training. It just wouldn't be consistent with his character. The clash between these three qualities and the undeniable reality of suffering forms the core of the problem of evil. It raises profound questions about the nature of good and evil, morality, and the existence of a higher power. If a super powerful being exists and possesses immense knowledge, but allows suffering to occur, it challenges our traditional understanding of what it means to be good. Let's delve deeper into some of the ways philosophers have tried to wrestle with this dilemma, like figuring out a way for our ultimate good guy to be both super powerful and prevent bad things from happening. The free will defense. The "with great power comes great responsibility" defense. This approach argues that free will, the ability to make our own choices, is a must-have superpower for humans. Even the ultimate good guy can't force us to be good, because true heroism comes from making the right choices on our own. Think of Captain America. He inspires others to be good, but he doesn't mind control them into doing the right thing. However, this freedom also lets us make bad choices, which can lead to suffering. It's like having the power to use your super strength for good deeds or knock over buildings. The choice is yours. Hopefully, you choose good deeds, right? This defense keeps responsibility for our actions squarely on our shoulders. It also explains why a world where everyone is good all the time might be a bit boring, like a superhero movie with no conflict. This argument doesn't really explain things like natural disasters or innocent people getting caught in the crossfire. If the ultimate good guy allows free will to lead to earthquakes and tsunamis, is that really super good? Additionally, some argue that free will wouldn't necessitate such extreme levels of suffering. You wouldn't expect Captain America to let someone get crushed by a falling piano just to give them a chance to learn a lesson, right? The soul-making academy defense. Suffering as training for superheroes in training. This theory suggests that suffering is a necessary part of growing as a person, kind of like going to a superhero academy where you train to fight villains. Just like muscles need exercise to get stronger, our souls need to face challenges and overcome temptations to develop our moral character. The ultimate good guy allows this suffering not out of cruelty, but to help us become the best versions of ourselves, like putting us through a superhero boot camp. like putting us through a superhero boot camp to hone our skills for good. This training might involve confronting difficult choices and overcoming hardships that build resilience and compassion. This perspective offers a purpose for suffering and aligns with the idea that challenges can make us stronger. Maybe facing a villain like Thanos makes you appreciate peace a whole lot more. It also suggests that suffering might not be the end of the story, but a stepping stone towards growth. It raises questions about the extent of necessary training. Would a truly good guy allow children or innocent bystanders to experience immense pain for the sake of some abstract moral development? It's like putting a kid through years of brutal training before they even get a chance to fight crime. Seems a bit harsh, right? Additionally, how do we even measure the moral growth gained versus the inflicted pain? Maybe all that suffering just makes you cynical and bitter, not a superhero in training. The mystery box defense. We don't know what's in the box, but trust us, it's good. Some philosophers acknowledge the problem of evil, but argue that our limited human understanding prevents us from grasping the ultimate good guy's plan. Imagine finding a mysterious box left by your favorite superhero. You have no idea what's inside, but you trust them because they're a good guy, right? Maybe the suffering is part of a grand scheme, a cosmic puzzle that makes perfect sense to the ultimate good guy, but is beyond our current comprehension. This suffering, they suggest, might be a stepping stone towards a greater good beyond our current perception. Like some epic superhero team-up that requires everyone to overcome their challenges to defeat a universal threat. It avoids making definitive claims about the ultimate good guy's motivations, acknowledging the limitations of human knowledge. It also maintains faith in the idea that there's a bigger picture, even if we can't see it all right now. This defense can feel like a bit of a cop-out. If suffering has a purpose, wouldn't a good guy find a way to achieve it without inflicting immense pain on their creations? Like, maybe there's a different training program for becoming a superhero that doesn't involve so much suffering. Additionally, if the ultimate good guy doesn't explain their plan, it's hard to just blindly trust everything will work out in the end. Then maybe there's no superhero, or maybe they're not all-powerful defense. Rethinking the good guy altogether. This response challenges the traditional concept of a superhero altogether. Some philosophers argue that the existence of evil disproves the existence of an all-powerful and all-good being. It's like saying, hey, if there's a superhero out there who can do anything, why haven't they stopped all the bad things happening? Others posit that the ultimate good guy might be benevolent, but not omnipotent, or existing in some form that defies human comprehension and doesn't involve direct intervention in our world. It's like a superhero who exists on a different plane of reality, with limitations we can't even imagine. This perspective offers an alternative explanation for the existence of evil without the need to reconcile it with a seemingly contradictory good guy. It allows for the possibility of a complex universe with different forces at play, not just one super powerful being. It undermines the belief systems of many people who find solace and meaning in faith. Additionally, if there's no ultimate good guy, or they're not actively involved, then where does morality stem from? Is it just a made-up code of conduct, or is there something deeper to it? Beyond the superhero squad, new ideas on the problem of evil. The problem of evil continues to spark debate, and new arguments emerge, like brainstorming new ways to explain suffering in a world with a superhero, or maybe a team of superheroes. Multiple superheroes, multiple agendas. This idea explores the possibility of multiple, lesser deities, or divine systems that are not perfect, but manage the best they can in a complex universe. Imagine a council of superheroes, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, trying to maintain order in a vast and chaotic world. Maybe suffering is a consequence of these different forces interacting, with no single entity being all-powerful or all-knowing. Suffering as a universal learning experience. Others explore the idea of suffering as a tool for learning and growth, not just on a personal level, but on a universal scale. Maybe suffering is a necessary part of the overall story of the universe, a way for everything to evolve and become better. It's like a superhero team learning from their mistakes and becoming stronger with each challenge they face. Perhaps suffering allows the universe itself to grow and mature, even if it comes at a great cost. It's not just about superheroes. Even if no definitively correct answer exists, grappling with the problem of evil has profound significance that goes way beyond superheroes and comic book movies. It challenges us to critically examine our beliefs about the nature of good and evil, morality, and the existence of a higher power. Is suffering simply a random occurrence, or is there a deeper meaning? It allows us to explore explanations for suffering that might provide comfort and meaning, even if they don't offer all the answers. Even if it's just the idea that it contributes to some larger process, can be a source of strength. It compels us to recognize the suffering of others and inspires efforts to alleviate it. Just like superheroes who dedicate themselves to protecting the innocent, the problem of evil can motivate us to work towards a world with less suffering. The problem of evil may not have a simple solution, but the ongoing debate encourages us to keep searching for meaning, to strive for a better world, and to never give up on the hope that, even in the face of suffering, there is still good in the universe. The problem of evil presents a complex philosophical puzzle with no easy answers. The superhero analogy has helped us explore different perspectives, but ultimately, the question of why suffering exists remains a mystery. However, this doesn't mean the discussion is pointless. By grappling with this issue, we can deepen our understanding of ourselves, the world, and our place within it. We can also be inspired to act, to create a world where suffering is lessened and compassion reigns.